again. Oh my goodness, it's doing the thing. I really wanted it to be zoomed in. Look at this. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. I think that might be is the best we're gonna get. It's not exactly it's it's not exactly straight, but um, YouTube hates it when I adjust the zoom during a live. So here I am. It's Reza. Welcome to channel Reza Blade. Um, I'm excited that I remembered to tell everybody 2 hours before I went live. So hopefully we'll get a few people who have the opportunity to see us today. I see we have a joiner. Thank you for waiting for me. It said you were waiting for me, and it hasn't ever said that before. So I feel very special. I just put on my reading glasses. I think it's going to be okay. So today I've been meaning to do this video. Okay. Also, I want to tell you that I dusted my ring light and my arm for my camera right before I started broadcasting live. So there might be a little bit of dust. This was not a smart move by me, since I don't want there to be dust on my nail forms. But today what we're doing is an idea that I had for a very simple nail design. It concentrates on using the same color as the base as for the stamping, or something very close to the same color for the base and for the stamping. So for this one, for example, you can see that I didn't use the exact same color, but it's close enough. Same with this one. I didn't use the same color, but it looks almost identical. So, but it's a kind of a very sophisticated, at least as far as I see, at least as far as I think, look that is also pretty easy if you use stamping plates for the French tips. I also do use those little O stickers. Let me show you them. So if you don't have a stamping plate, or you can't really get the sort of knack of the other well, let me show you. I have plates. Okay, so these stamping plates are the ones I'm talking about, where you've got a French tip sort of look here. And you can stamp that, and it makes it a lot easier. Before I started getting the knack of stamping it, I also used these. So anyway, I'm going to put them away because I'm going to be doing stamping stuff today. I wanted to show you my various examples. This one is my favorite. See, here's all the dust that I just took off my ring light. It just settled down on my filming area. This is so me. And anyway, I really like this one. It's particularly lovely. I like the monotone kind of look. But I'm going to show you how to do it. I will stop fooling around with introductions. If you're watching this on YouTube later, don't forget to please like and comment and subscribe. I think you can comment if you have any questions and you're watching live. So I'm going to get to it. So for this set here, these little square ones, there is a gold in the white. And what I used is an older... But I did get this on eBay because I like it so much. It's an older Sinful polish, Sinful Colors. And this one is called Cocoa Nuts. They released so many flipping Kylie Jenner polishes back in the day. I don't know if... I don't think they're doing that anymore. But there are so many of them. And then for this... Hey, Alexa, how you doing? It's good to see ya. And then for this... short coffin set little pair here, I used a Maniology polish that I just really love. It's called Dovetail. Nice fall palettes are what I'm after here. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips on stamping those those French tips, and you can use them on the other side for kind of an interesting. You can use them at the base of the nail for an interesting shape if you want. So first thing I'm going to do, I don't know why I didn't remember to do this before I started arranging things for my video. This was very spur of the moment. I didn't know what, I know I had promised somebody a live, but I had no idea what I was going to do. And then I remembered that I've been putting this video off for literally 2 months. So I should probably finally just give in and show you all. Because, I mean, there's no time like the present for trying to mess with your anxiety cycle. Like if I just keep telling myself that I need to write notes in order to explain things and then don't write notes, then I'm not going to do the video. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Well, this is a little more versatile, I think. So let me use this one today. This is Big Bang Geometry XL006. I got it on AliExpress. Of course, the Maniology one is on maniology.com. And then the various very simple looks. Oh, thanks, Lexa. That's very helpful. That actually really does help. Because I was a bit of a hysterical mess about 10 minutes ago. Oh, so what I'm using are these whole kind of small images that are solid. You can do them with outlines, but I do like the look of them with the solid images here. So what I'm going to do first, of course, as I've been announcing this, so I used this color so that I could use my really fancy, this is actually one of my favorite maybe my favorite stamping polish of all time. I mean, a Vermilion to 1 by Hit the Bottle is also my favorite. So, but this one's called Be a Snowman. It's on butometry.com. It's one of the Belows Plates polishes, and it is this white with this beautiful gold sheen. It is perfect for this half of the year. Spoilers, it's also perfect for the other half of the year. So, anyway, so this is what the accent will be on top of this. Now I just have to choose what I'm going to do the French tip in. I'm going to move these out of the way for a sec. Probably let's do, should we do an orange or should we do like a brown? I don't know. I only picked out a few colors to kind of play around with. Hey Esther, how you doing? It's great to see ya. I'm trying to pick the stamping polish for the French tip that I'm going to use. This is going to be a mistake because red, if you're in a live video, is always a mistake. But for me, since red is my favorite color, it's never a mistake. This bottle is 4 years old, and I won't tell you how to get it because you can't get it anymore. Oh, you think brown? Okay, Lexa, let's do the brown because, I mean, I admit that the the red would have been a mistake. Okay, so this is a reddish brown, so I'm almost getting my wish. Not really, these, I like cool browns. But, so, I'm going to choose, should I choose a shorter one? No, I'll choose whatever. I'll choose this one. So you'll notice that I kind of covered the whole, I would zoom this in, friends, but YouTube is really not okay with my zooming those in. It starts to kind of bounce around and it goes way over. I'm going to put this, I'm going to use a hard card. That's the first thing. Like this is a Starbucks gift card, okay? I'm going to use a hard scraper for this. And I'm going to try to make it almost parallel. And you see how that worked? And so essentially, that's probably a little bit of dust. I did mention so this theme, if you, so I did really kind of hurry through the intro. The theme that I'm doing is simple fall nails, and we're doing a matching stamping polish to the base color, and then the contrasting is with the French tip. So, I stopped myself in the middle, and now I have to use sticky base coat. But anyway, so let me explain, since we do have some friends who just came on. So what I'm doing essentially is finding an exact as possible stamping polish for these little contrast designs, icons. I don't know what you would say. No, it's not your fault, Esther. It's me because I'm distractible. Anyway, so I'm trying to match these, and I'm doing a basic French tip with a stamping plate. So this is supposed to be kind of a quick mani that's always going to look sophisticated because of the contrast, the colors. I don't have words tonight. I did weight machines today and 3 miles, so that's a big plus for me, but it does kind of leave me with not much brain at the end of the day. It does really help with the insomnia, though. I do have to say that. If you're not familiar, I have fibromyalgia and a couple of other issues, and I've been really working hard on the working out. It started with walks around my block, and it sucked, and then I kept working on it, and now 4 or 5 months into it, I'm doing multiple miles and now weight machines. So hooray. I think that was boring. I see we lost a couple of people. I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about these. So here's some sticky base coat. Oh, thank you, Esther. It is really crazy and awesome that I'm able to do that. I'm using my Nevermind Clingy. This is the sticky base coat that I use. Let's see. The key is to let it dry enough that it's tacky, but not to wait too long. So it's always a bit of a, you know, a toss-up, whether you're going to do it right. And I'm really trying to center this because you do want, can you even see that? You do want the curve to be correct. And I don't know if I'm getting it correct. Now, if you accidentally apply it further up the nail, that is not a problem at all, because you can always go in with your stamping polish and touch up those extras. So if you have a choice about being wrong, put it too far in rather than not far in enough, if that makes any sense. So I am going to go ahead and just very lightly, because it is going to show up like an outline because it's thicker here. Hey, Lady O, how you doing? I hope it's okay that I call you Lady O. I can also call you your real name. But I don't know if I say it right. Okay. Although, okay, so you see, I did kind of, I am okay. I was telling our friends that I have really worked on my distance, and I did 3 miles today, and then a little bit of weight machines on my legs. I had a mini leg day, like a real gym person. I had a leg day. It felt like kind of a big thing. Then again, everything for me is kind of a big thing. Anyway, so here we are. We have this. Now we want our accent to fit on this tiny little French tip that I have chosen, right? So thank you. So let's see what I have here. I have a few different plates. Let's see. Anything over here that I like? Not a lot of solid images, and I have been trying to choose the solid images. Let's see. What here? I don't even know. All right. We might just go to the What's Up Nails plate. Oh, here's this little, hold on. Go back over here. And I think I'll probably, I know there was something tiny that I used before. It's okay. I'll use one of these little leaves because that is tiny. It is such a great plate, isn't it, Lexa? It's just the best plate. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something that is not consistent with the theme of this video, unless I can find something here. There are some good things here, actually. So I'm not gonna veer away from the theme. We're still doing a matching solid image in that white gold color, because the thing is to keep it really simple. And I'm not normally I would top coat over my stamping because that makes mistakes possible to erase with the magical Scotch tape trick. If you haven't seen that, let me know, and I can probably make a really quick short video on just that. But I'm going to put this bit of polish. Where's my little scraper? Okay, here's my fishbowl scraper. I'm going to scrape. No specific way to scrape on that one because it's just a little tiny thing. But I am trying to use my Scotch tape method of taking away extra stamping polish that I don't want to go on the nail while I have gloves on. And that, my friends, is a pain. But there we go. All right, so now it has been a second, so I am just going to be on the safe side and put a little bit of sticky base coat down. So I'm going to try, okay, forgive me if this goes haywire. I'm going to try to zoom in. I just really want to zoom in just a little bit. Okay, it let me do it that time. Very good. Earlier, oh, sorry, I got hair in my mouth. Earlier, my own hair. That distinction is important somehow. All right. I was telling you something about earlier, but it doesn't matter because it's already left my mind. I really am normally better at talking than this. All right. And I'm even better with notes. I don't actually know where I'm going to. Esther, if you're laughing at that distinction is important to me somehow. I almost laughed. But I'm told by people who care about these things that you don't laugh at your own jokes. And I spend most of my time alone. So if I don't laugh at my own jokes, no one will laugh at my own jokes. So, all right. I did put too much on. I don't know if you can see this here. This YouTube live thing is very bad for my self-confidence because it just keeps showing me losing and gaining watchers. All right, here we go. And voila. C'est fini. And it immediately, well, if you, I'm glad, Lexa. So I think that's very important. So this is not the final look. You see, I need to do a little touch up there. Yes, I'm so glad you agree with me. So we're going to all say that laughing at your own jokes is part of the fun. Oh my goodness, I keep it with the clumsy stuff today. All right, so I'm gonna top coat and hope that everything's okay. And then I want you to see this design not on the nail stand because it does look, oh my God, what did I just do? I used sticky, glummed up. Okay. There is a gozer hair in my top coat. No. That is not what we're doing right now. All right, now it's time to stroke back and not over the stamping image. There we go. I finally got it to set down. And Such Vite, while it does get gloopy on me, does have a very good self-leveling property. So it's going to be okay. So there's our first nail with this design. And again, we're doing a contrasting French tip with a stamping plate. And I'll show you how to do that again in just a second. And we're doing a matching... Thank you, Ofnid. And we're doing a matching design, matching the base color on the French tip. So I'm so glad. I laugh at my own jokes too. I'm just deciding to own it now. You've all convinced me. All right, let's see. What am I going to do next? Oh, I'm glad you like it, Esther. Thank you. So now I'm going to do something a little smarter. Had I succeeded at my wisdom check earlier, then I would have done this before. But I am going to show it to you with an outline. Well, I don't want to show you everything on the same damn stamping plate. Let's try to get some variety in here. Okay. So you'll see one of my examples is this leaf from this plate. You see that leaf? I do really like this plate with its various little designs. And these are pretty small, so they'll work for the shorter nails. I'm going to pretend that I used, well, I don't have to do, let's try. What if we use the other nails I made and we get to work on a different color scheme? I'm really all over the place and I must apologize. Okay, so this is what I used for those. It's called Dovetail. It is a stamping polish, so it won't be like these, which are near matches. That's why I use these together. It'll be an actual exact match. So all we need is a contrasting stamping polish. I was going to use Laid to Zest, but I already used kind of an orangey brown. So I might actually do the red now. No, let's do gold. Oh, no, I'm doing beige because it's a French tip. Why not make it almost white, right? I don't know. These are just things I'm deciding in the moment. So I'm going to use this plate this time, since some of you might already have that plate. And I'm gonna explain my technique as I do it once more, because I mean, for me it took, I don't know, 2 years of trying the same darn technique in order to finally get it right. I mean, I've had at least 4 or 5 of this kind of plate. It took me a really long time to kind of get it. I made a decision just a little bit ago about the color. Oh, I did. Here we go. This is the decision. Wow. I am just showing you all what brain fog is today. So welcome to fibromyalgia. I have brain fog still, even though I'm working out a lot. My brain is not always working out a lot. I used to be pretty damn smart. All right. So what I did, I lied to you. That's the first thing I did. I didn't describe my technique as I did that. So what I did was, I'm doing the same damn thing again. I'm going to have to use sticky base coat. Anyway, so what I did was I made sure to put stamping polish basically on the whole image. You want to make sure when you have a big open space like this that there's enough stamping polish to go around. Then the other trick is that you use a hard scraper. I use gift cards. It's just, you know, it makes sense money-wise. Just use those old gift cards and save them from the landfill. And then I go down almost like this. We're talking almost parallel. Hey, hey, hey! It's good to see you, Sarah. Oh, hey, Ursuline. Thanks. Okay, so I go almost parallel when I'm doing these solid images like this. This will be the same for this whole stamping plate. I know that some people have a little bit of a challenge doing like ombres and stuff with this big old rectangle. It takes practice, but once again, you're going to use the hard card, plenty of a stamping polish, and you're going to go almost flat. Not quite flat, almost flat. And now I have explained myself, and I may proceed. I really do talk in an only Reza way, don't I? I'm sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some more. I was complaining earlier that I dusted my ring light over my working space right before the video because I'm not always that brilliant. And you know what? Also, on the theme of not always that brilliant, or not making my intelligence save, if you play RPGs. I said I was going to consider the size of the image that was going to go on the French tip when choosing the French tip. And I believe that I failed to do that. So let me... I think I even made a choice. Literally my head isn't screwed on. Well, not literally, figuratively. You know what I mean. Many years ago, and by many I mean 15 or so, instead of literally we said straight up. And I think I prefer that when you mean like for emphasis. All right, so here we go with, I'm really trying to minimize the sticky base coat that I'm putting on there because I don't want to have to wait eternally for the base coat to dry. And I know I probably told you all that I had made a choice, but I'm not seeing that I set aside a stamping plate. So that might be why I did not. See, it is really hard. I mean, it really did take me forever. Now once again, I'm centering this down. And this one's a coffin, so I really want to make sure that I get that curve right. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna show you how I fix this. Actually, it's all wrinkled. You can still fix it. That's not the way to fix it. Okay, so we're gonna get a little bit more sticky base coat. These lives, as someone mentioned last week, which is why I'm doing this week one, someone mentioned that the best way that they learn to fix mistakes is when they see it is good. If it's nice and firm, Esther, that is a good sign. That will work for that. I should probably explain what these comments are that I'm responding to for the people who are watching this later. So, there was a scraper you got from Lantern and Wren that is nice and firm. I agree. I don't actually know where this broke. I'm trying to find where this broke. This could be it, but I think it's more likely to be this. I'm just solving a puzzle here. It's just like a jigsaw puzzle. Where did I go wrong? Right here. So, I'm very gentle when I put this down. If you're already fixing something that's kind of gone pear-shaped on you, it will be a little bit more likely to try to mess up some more, if that makes any sense. So now I'm taking the stamping polish, which is, by the way, Whiskey Latte by Hit the Bottle. Now I'm taking the stamping polish and I'm trying to totally denude or whatever, divest the wand from its polish. Fun fact about me, the more tired my brain gets, the more 50-cent words I use. I literally don't know what it is, but I lose everything but really specific words. You see, I'm just really working at trying to match up that line, and it's not sticking for me. Okay, this is good enough. This is going to be one of those manis that's good enough. And you can really save something with, what's the word? Top coat. And I'm going to use my gloopy as heck Seche Vite. Do I have a newer one? I think this is probably a newer one. It might not be. I get a big thing of Seche Vite that always comes with a new one of these every, I don't know, a couple of months or so. So I do tend to have a lot of old ones that I forget are old. So they'll be a little gloopy. Anyway, I'm just trying to get the texture of this to kind of calm down with top coat. So this is not part of the tutorial. And this might end up being an abandoned nail. But I did try very hard to fix it. Sometimes we do just mess up. And if all you see of somebody's work is the finished picture, I don't use Seche Restore. My understanding is that that's more for real nails. Let me know if that's not right, but I just use the cheap stuff. This I can get cheaply in big quantities. And I only use these for my kind of junk ones. My good stuff that I only have one bottle of is Swift, a quick dry that is not gloopy, which is why I didn't use it just now. And that is by Nevermind. And she sent me one and I bought one. This is not working for me. I can fix this by stamping over it again, but I'm going to start over. Oh, it's just a thin out sesh vide, sesh restore, huh? I'll have to look into that. I am gonna, I don't know, my in-frame stuff may change a little bit. I have to stand up to fit in frame sometimes. And to make sure that I can look in the viewfinder and know that you're all seeing what I'm doing. But my back is being mean to me. All right, we're going to do this again. We're going to do, I don't know, maybe something different. Maybe something the same. Let's try it again. And I'm going to try this one now. Let's just do this one. And if I miss a comment, I am very sorry. I'm sitting down and I can kind of see the viewfinder. All right, so almost parallel, one swipe, boom. Let's try this again. Okay, it's not perfect, but it will work. I'm taking my tape. I'm working on this. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's try it. Let's center it. Okay, so this is really not a lot of coverage. We're going to have to use a small image again. Uh-oh, okay. So. Oh my God, this whole thing is the bloopers reel. Okay. I'm not using whiskey latte. I'm clearly leaving this on while I talk at you. So I'm going to settle down and just make it go. I don't know. I really like the light color with the with that dovetail there, but I don't know. I want something to work out today. I'm gonna resort to red. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this works. I promise I do have a whole, you know, boatload of proof. I do know how to do this design. I'll show it to you again in a minute. Oh, good Lord. Oh, this really is one of those videos, isn't it? All right. My lint roller is full. And now I just checked my video. We're reaching my bedtime. Okay. I really had such grand plans. I probably just took the wrong stamping polishes out. Something in my horoscope. I'm blaming whatever. All right. Let's do this. When in doubt, hit the bottle, even if I used an orangey brown before. And I'm thank you, Esther. Yeah. And I've got an injury and I haven't really covered, I haven't really done much with my nails in about a week, including cuticle oil, but you're going to have to see it because part of the deal with today is that I keep having to slow down because everything's sticking to my glove. And I have a cat scratch because I use my hands as toys, which is absolutely what you're not supposed to do with your cats. But you know what? I think it's fun, and I don't mind to be scratched, unless I need to wear nails. Okay, let's go. Go, 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 gadget. Did you see? Am I doing this in frame? Did we get there? Did we get there? We got there. We got there. I think I probably rolled an 18 on Jax. All right. That is a really specific. That is a really specific thing to say. That's a D&D reference, boys and girls, and ladies and gentle thems. All right. So this is what we're doing if you're new, if you're just joining us. We're doing a, I keep using the word contrasting, but it is the antonym of contrasting, the opposite of contrasting. The coordinating, I'm doing coordinating stamping with the base stamping polish and then a contrasting French tip. It's a really simple kind of design, but it looks great, and it's great for fall, as I think you will see here. This one I did kind of a reverse on the idea with the maple leaf up there, and I stamped, actually that's a circle in that burgundy. That's a circle stamp. All right, let's get going. I did it. I got it. Now let's pick an image so that we can finish up and everybody can go watch their Sunday night TV. That isn't me. What we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do this leaf. No, that requires an outline. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. This one, and maybe this one too. So we're going to use the dovetail again, because again, that's the identical polish that we used for the base coat. And I apologize for all the camera shaking. My head keeps hitting the ring light because as I'm standing up again so that I can see through the viewfinder. All right. Not the best pickup. I should have let that stay down on the plate just a little bit more. Sometimes if you have a really small image that you're picking up, leaving that stamping polish on the plate for a 1 Mississippi full count will really help with your pickup. So I'm going to do that today. I'm going to just brush this down. I'm going to probably use a shorter stamping scraper. I'm going to pick that up. Not the best. So my solution will be more stamping polish. Also, more acetone. Sometimes you think you're having a problem stamping and you're actually having a problem with cleanup. So you're being kind of slipshod, or whatever word that isn't slipshod. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I use these words when I'm tired. Not lazy, just, you know. Here we go. We're going to let it sit for a sec. We're going to scrape it real fast. We're going to stamp it real fast. Oh my God. This is a nightmare. All right. I'm going to choose a different image. I'm going to choose the acorn. It's an outline. I'm breaking my rules, but it is the same stamping polish still. And I'm going to use a different scraper because that one has done nothing but give me guff. Actually, it could be... Never mind. I was going to say it could be my... Actually, my... what's it called? My stamper. Sometimes it's your stamper. Sometimes your stampers need a break from work. And stampers are made of like an oils and other stuff. And if you leave them alone for a little while, they'll kind of balance out and the oils will come back, or it'll get in balance again. Something groovy and astrological. I don't know. But sometimes when you give them a break, then they start to behave again. So always have at least 2 or 3 stampers, even if you have to buy cheap ones. Because, and AliExpress has plenty of cheap ones. You wait 30 days, but it's fine. Now, what I've done here, let me explain, because this is also cheap. Instead of using sticky base coat, I've actually used my 99-cent dollar store solution that I used for many years before I got sticky base coat. And this is a $1 combo top base coat from LA Colors that does neither well, but it is great for making reverse stamps. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Carrie. All of those things, yes. So I interrupted myself. I'm sorry. Anyway, you let this dry a little bit on here, and then you stamp it. But also, if you want to like hand cut your decals and you need them to be a little stiffer, then I use combination of alternating this one and this one. This one makes them nice and supple. This one makes them a little bit stronger, but isn't good on its own. So now I'm going to go here. I'm going to make sure that I have this tilted right. And are we cute? Okay, so this is easy to fix sometimes. You just use your finger. There we go. And we have a little acorn. Yes, yes, sometimes this is actually, Esther said this, and it's good to bring it up. Sometimes if you think you're having an issue with your plate or your polish, sometimes you just sort of kind of, you know, make sure you get it in all the little grooves. I still wait for a second. And then sometimes that will help. Yep, 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 yep. There we go. And that, see, I really did not do great stamping technique, but that still came out okay. Now, part of that is because I do actually recommend this set, the Queen Metallics set. It is not expensive. It is a lot of colors that you will use a lot. See, now I'm using words like a lot. This is good. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and put on our top coat, and we're going to put on the nice one this time. And we're going to say goodbye because I've been here forever. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching. All those things do help me, and those comments and likes really do help the video show up in people's recommended, which helps new people find my channel. And then in the description box, eventually, I will put the products that I used, as long as I remember. And if I don't remember, please comment and keep me accountable, because I am ADD, and you know what? Neurodiverse people, sometimes just showing up is just, it's great that I showed up. That's what I'm going to tell myself today. So I'm sorry that these are both kind of orangey, but here's what we did today. I think it's a pretty good design. I think it's a pretty fun design, and it is, like I said, simple. If you don't want to plan out a huge... Queen stampers are great, Esther. I get the ones at Walmart. I don't have one out, but it's kind of similar to this, which is covered in dust because I haven't used it in 2 years. But they're good. And I think I have discovered that the stamping pads don't fall out as often as they do sometimes. Okay, so we got it. Thank you all for joining me. I know I'm forgetting something. NaNoWriMo, by writing my novel, not going great. I keep using the backspace. Haven't gotten far at all. But I'm still going to try to keep it easy for the rest of November, which is short now. Only 10 days left, I think. If we have 30 days, half November, April, June, and No Wonder. That's a song by Napoleon the 17th, I think is the name of that band. Tangent. Okay, anyway, there's a rhyme. November's the first month, 30 days it says, so that's fine. And 10 more days of maybe 1 or 2 videos, I don't know, and I'll try to get back to. I'm working on one for a box from Geometry, and one from the November box from Maniology. In the background. So everybody have an awesome time tonight. Watch TV, rest, do all the Sunday things. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to sign right out now. Bye-bye.